Hello ladies, welcome back to my channel. Today we have such an important video and it is how we navigate our 20s. Especially as girls, this journey can be such a wild ride. It's full of ups and downs. It's about moments of self-discovery, of doubting ourselves, of feeling overwhelmed. One day we're on top of the world, the next day we're anxious. So yeah, I get it. It's a lot and I have been there and I'm still there. But when I look back, I wish that someone told me what I'm about to say in this video. So today I want to share 10 things that have really helped me to navigate my 20s. And these are just not random tips that I want you to implement. No, not at all. These are 10 things, 10 secrets that I really want to be talking about as your old sister, as your best friend. These are things that I'm still implementing myself every single day. Things that are truly helping me to be a little bit better every day. We're going to talk about everything: mindset, health, spirituality, mental health, about our careers, social media, finance tips, every single thing that I wish my old sister would have told me. But in case you don't have one, that's what I'm here for. So I don't want this to be me telling you blah blah blah, yeah, implement this in your life. No, I want this to be a real conversation of friends sharing their best advice to help each other grow and be our best versions. So grab yourself your favorite drink, your coffee, and let's start this conversation. The first one, it's one of the most important, and that's what I wanted to start the video with this topic, because it is about mental health. I genuinely think that especially girls in our 20s right now are struggling a lot, myself included, with mental health. I think that there's a pandemic in which we're all the time stressed, anxious. A lot of us have suffered depression, and I think that there's something that people are not telling us. The first thing is that social media is really making us struggle much more than we should, because we're comparing ourselves all the time with people that apparently have a perfect life and have everything figured out. But let me tell you, this is not the reality, okay? I understand it can be very overwhelming to compare yourself on social media, and it can be very overwhelming to struggle with mental health, because I have been there and I'm still struggling. I am still going through very intense emotions that sometimes I cannot even control and I cannot even comprehend why they happen. But I'm here to tell you that there's one thing that I've implemented that has changed the mental health game for me, and it is that you embrace the struggle and feel every single emotion. And yes, now you can think, is this girl all right? Does she really want me to suffer more than I'm doing right now? This is more than that. This is about embracing and feeling every single thing that is going on inside of you, inside your mind, because when you are avoiding all of those emotions, when you avoid situations that make you feel those emotions, you're actually putting like more oil to the fire. So this is about stopping that cycle of anxiety, of bad mental health, because if we don't take care of our minds, if we don't fix our minds, we're gonna be in the same state. We can be like dreaming so high, but if our mind is not okay, this is really gonna stop us. I read a book, I don't have it here, but I will put it here. It is called Fearless, from a Spanish psychologist. In this book, it basically talks about how people do not need medication if they have severe anxiety, severe depression, and severe OCD, because there are things that we can do to reprogram our mind and that are truly gonna change the mental health game forever. And it is basically that when you encounter yourself with the very negative thoughts and feelings, you embrace them, you face them until they go away. And I know that this can sound much easier said than done, so you just make yourself some list of the things that scare you and make you anxious, and you start going for them. You embrace the situations, you look for those situations, you look for those feelings, you amplify them to the point that you will feel worse at first, but then once your brain starts to understand that these feelings are nothing, that behind them there is nothing, it is just like some fear that has been put in your mind that is blinding you from really enjoying your life. I'm gonna link this book in the description box below, and actually if you want me to talk about this more in depth, I will love to make a video about this. And I want to clarify something here. They always tell us to just run away from these emotions, to avoid all of these bad and negative emotions and thoughts, but every time that we go away from them, they come back stronger. So it's time that we face those emotions, that we try to not let these emotions and these thoughts take over our lives. And with this first tip, I want to talk about the second one. That is that you find your spirituality, or you find God. And I know if you're an atheist, or if you believe that there's nothing out there more than the earthly things that we see, I understand that this is going to sound a little bit weird for you. I know. And just give me a few minutes to explain my point of view of this, because this has really changed my life. I have been going through kind of a rough journey with spirituality and faith, because when I was little, I was a Christian. I went to Catholic school and I really didn't like it. I really didn't like how Christians behaved. I really didn't understand religion, and so I ran out of it. I just grew apart from that. But a few months ago, I really struggled with mental health, and in the middle of that storm, I found God, and my faith started to grow. So I went from atheist to really believe that God exists. And I know this can sound weird, and I'm not telling you that you should believe in God. This is up to every single person, girls, but this has truly changed my life, because there's something out there. You can call it God, you can call it universe. For me, it is God. You can't deny that there is energy, that there is something that we don't see. It's like the Wi-Fi. Do you see the waves of the Wi-Fi going on? No, but you know that Wi-Fi is there, that it exists, that it works. I think with spirituality, it is the same thing. I used to believe in the universe and in manifestation and just like asking for things to the universe, and that's really cool if you want to do it. But I think that when you step a little bit forward and you realize that actually the universe is God, it changes your life. The moment that you understand that there's something higher than yourself, that there's something that is not human, that is supernatural, that is above you, you start to realize that the things that are going on in your life are actually for the good. That God is putting all of those things in your life to shape you into the woman that you want to be. I have seen so many testimonies of people going through very rough times and then finding themselves in the other side, becoming the best version that they can be. They needed to go through those harsh times. They needed to understand and have faith that in the middle of that storm, God is going to use that for your good. When you realize that there is something else that you can rely on, that is going to help you, and that you cannot see and that you cannot understand how it is actually helping you, but it is doing it, it's going to change your life. It's going to change the way that you think, the way that you process thoughts, the way that you process your emotions, and the way that you live your life. The third tip that I'm going to talk about is actually about relationships. It's about setting boundaries with other people. And this is such an important thing to do, girls, because I have been struggling a lot with, trying to find the right people, the right friends, and the right group of friends that I can rely on, that have the same mindset as I do. And it is so hard, especially when you're in that process in life that you are not the person that you want to be, but you're not longer the person that you used to be. You don't identify yourself anymore with that old group of friends, but you still are not the person that you need to be to find that new group of friends. In this process, you need to understand something, and this really changed the way that I see life. You need to set boundaries with people that are not helping you become your best version. Sometimes you need to sacrifice things, and you need to sacrifice relationships in order for you to grow. I needed to do that, and I needed to realize that there are people that are really not benefiting my process and my growth journey, and that are really just pulling me down. And I needed to understand that, to just stop and cut their relationships. And you need to see if the comments and the behaviors and all of the things that they do towards you are benefiting you or are taking you down. You need to just see the balance of still being their friends or just cut that relationship. You need to really analyze in each relationship and friendship that you have, if in the long term that is going to help you become your best version or not. And following this tip, I wanted to talk about the fourth one, which is that you surround yourself with the right people, with the people that are really gonna help you become that better version. As I said before, it's hard because you're in the middle. You're not who you want to be, but you're no longer who you used to be. But you need to just try to get closer to the people that you admire. This doesn't mean that you go to Dubai and you just hang out with millionaires. It doesn't have to be that drastic. This is about maybe following the right YouTubers and the right influencers. And following the last tip, you probably have to stop following influencers and other content creators that are pushing you down, that you're comparing yourself to all the time. Once you do this, you need to start seeking for those people that are going to help you achieve your best version. So I started to follow a lot of people that have the mindset that I want to have, that have the life that I want to have. Because the sooner that you start to interact with these people, that you start to hear the way they speak, the way they act, how they are doing business, how they are managing their finance, everything, these things are really going to get stuck in your subconscious mind, and little by little are going to start to change and renew your mind. They say that the people that you surround yourself with are going to determine your success or your failure, and I definitely agree with this. So I encourage you girls to really set boundaries with people that are hurting you or that are not letting you grow the way that you want to, and that you start following on Instagram, YouTube, and whatever platform people that truly inspire you and truly make you grow as a person. And also in real life, if you need to start seeking for people or friendships or relationships that are truly going to help you, seek for those. Seek and you will find. The tip number 5 is to work out for health and not for aesthetics or physical appearance. I know this can sound hard, I know, and as a girl that started in the gym a few years back with the aim of just getting big glutes and a sexy back and just having defined abs, it's hard to just make that mind switch to look for your health and not that physical appearance. Because girl, all I wanted to do was to look like these influencers and these fitness content creators that just look amazing. But this was really stopping me from being consistent, because I was not seeing results right away, and you will not see results right away when going to the gym. And this can really stop you from actually getting all the benefits that working out and strength training does to your body. And especially as women, there are a lot of things that we can benefit from. And just try to look at it this way. When you work out, you are benefiting your longevity. You are working out for your health. And then later on, the physical results will come. I started to go to the gym a few months ago to really work out for my health, for my longevity, and it changed the game. I was there working out, and if I didn't feel like my muscles were burning, it was okay. It was not like, I'm not gonna get the pump, I'm not gonna look this way in a week from now, but in my mind, it was like, I'm just working out for my health. This is benefiting me. This exercise that I'm doing right now is truly helping me achieve a longer and healthier life. And this has made me be much more consistent with the gym and have a much healthier relationship with exercise. And I know that the physical results will definitely come later. The tip number 6 is to prioritize your diet. Bear in mind that everything that you put in your body is affecting not only your physical appearance, but also your mind. I used to be a vegetarian, and now I'm into an animal-based diet, and I'm not here to tell you that you need to do this diet, not at all. But I want to share my personal experience because I wish that someone told me this before. When I was around 17, I stopped eating meat and I went into a vegetarian diet, and this cracked my hormones. There's really damaged my health. I started to get a lot of acne, just have a huge hormonal imbalance, and I realized that there were a lot of nutrients that I was lacking, a lot of vitamins that I was lacking because I was not supplementing that protein and those nutrients that come from the meat with other products. And I understood that for me it was not sustainable to supplement myself. And when I started to really eat meat on a daily basis and to get the protein that my body actually needed, to get the nutrients that my body actually needed, when I started to cut all processed food, all vegetable oils, all sugars, all these preservatives and conservants and everything that they put in our foods and they're poisoning us, my skin started to clear so good. My hair started to shine. I felt much better. Brain fog disappeared. Bad sleep disappeared. Food is much more important than we think, and especially for girls in terms of hormones and stuff. So I really advise that you truly take a look at your diet and that you get a lot of knowledge from professionals and you start to change your life by changing your diet. And the tip number 7, it's probably one of my favorites as well because this can change your life, girl, and it definitely is changing mine. Build yourself a personal brand. I know that a lot of us girls want to make a living from social media or just want to, get followers and get known, post things that we love, and just earn money from doing what we love. That is, for a lot of us, just posting videos. As girls, we're very creative and we love this, and we know that there's a huge opportunity for us if we start to really post on social media consistently. But social media is not the same anymore. People don't like influencers anymore. They don't like people that have aesthetic feeds, that their life are perfect, that just post hundreds of collaborations with hundreds of brands. This is not working anymore. People need to follow real creators, to people that give them comfort, that they can empathize with, that they can share their personal experience, and that they can be raw and real. There is a huge opportunity for every single one of us, and I truly mean it. And if you want to start to post on social media, please start building yourself a personal brand. Don't try to post empty content. Don't try to just follow trends. There is an audience for each one of us, and if you're thinking that you have nothing to share, that people cannot truly benefit from your content, I can tell you that you do. You have something to share. All of us have stories, have experience, have knowledge about something, and you can monetize it very quickly. If you present yourself real in front of the viewers and users of all these social media platforms, you can truly earn a lot of money. And not only that, of course, but to really impact and change millions of people's lives. And I know that this sounds gigantic, like it sounds kind of hard to achieve, but I've seen people grow from nothing to having a huge following and impacting a lot of people and just earning a lot of money from being themselves, from sharing their own experiences, from sharing, their own stories, and just trying to inspire and help people in any way. People nowadays on social media want to see value. They want to receive something from you. So if you thought about posting on social media, but you're just thinking about posting this cute picture and just following this trend and that's it, you will just have to rely on brand collaborations for your whole life. Instead, if you build yourself a personal brand, it means that people are empathizing with who you are, and no matter what you do, they're gonna be there for you. They're going to support you in anything that you do. If you want to build yourself clothing brand, they're going to be there for you because they love you. They love who you are. If you want to know a little bit about this, I'm so passionate about this topic, so please go check out my video on personal branding to see what I'm really talking about and how you can earn a lot of money from this and really change your life and truly do what you love. Tip number 8 is that you embrace your feminine energy. This has changed my life, and I'm not even kidding. I remember a few years back, I used to be in this masculine energy all the time. Like, I couldn't relax. I was just like trying to just figure everything out and have everything under control, and I didn't realize I was just using all this masculine energy. It was kind of making me feel sick. I was bloated all the time, and I was in a relationship, I still am, with my boyfriend. I had a lot of masculine energy, and it was not benefiting nor our relationship nor myself. And girl, when I started to really embrace that feminine energy, to really like just trying to take care more of myself spiritually, mentally, physically, when I started to just like get my nails done, get my hair done, put my makeup on, meditate, work on my mindset, grow my faith, and just become more feminine in my energy, it changed the game for me. Because listen, I know in this society, and especially because of social media, we're told that we need to wake up at 5 a.m. and go to the gym and lift 100 kg and then go home and start a business and do this and do that. This is exhausting. It is. And I think that for a lot of men, this works, but I don't think it works for women. Not for the majority of us. We have a different kind of energy. The feminine energy is more calm. We're more creative. We need more rest because of our hormones. We're much more emotional because of our hormones. So we need to start the day differently. We probably should start the day by just, making ourselves some matcha or some breakfast, meditating, and then get to work or go to the gym. We need to implement a lot of habits that men don't need to, because our energy, it's much different. And when you start to implement and embrace things and habits that really help you to embrace your feminine energy, it will change your life. For example, syncing our period to our exercise or to our productivity, we're just following like masculine productivity and exercise advice, and it's not working for us. The tip number 9 is that you invest in yourself. Listen, girl, if you're earning money, you probably should invest it in yourself. And here I'm not just talking about getting your hair done. I'm talking about that you invest money and time on being better, on growing yourself, on working on being your best version. I think that money is also energy, and the more that you spend on yourself, the more that you will grow. I used to not spend any money on clothes, on makeup, on nails, on scales, on books, on anything. And now I spend a lot of money on buying myself self-development books, to go to the gym, to work out, to meditate. I spend a lot of money to make myself look the way that I want to. And this really changed not only my confidence, but my energy. The energy that you put in yourself will definitely come back and it will change your life. And I think that this also helps to embrace your feminine energy. So I really encourage you to spend money and to spend time on yourself. And I know sometimes it can be hard because we want to save as much money as we can, but we need to understand the more that we try to grow and become our best version now, the easier the life is going to get later. And the tip number 10 is that you seek discomfort. Look, growth happens when you get out of your comfort zone. I needed to understand this to really grow because I was really stuck in my comfort zone. I really didn't want to do things that make me feel uncomfortable or scared, and I didn't realize that the more I avoided this discomfort, the less I was gonna grow. I was just holding myself back from opportunities and from growth. So as I said in the first tip, make a list of things that make you uncomfortable, that make you scared, of situations that are out of your comfort zone, and try to face them. Try to make all of those things that make you uncomfortable. Seek that discomfort. So for you, it can be anything. For me, for example, I made a list and I had things like drive alone in the car for hours because I'm not used to that and it kind of scares me a little bit. So I needed to do that. So these are kind of like small things that get ourselves out of our comfort zone and that truly can help us once and for all change our lives. And these are the 10 things that I wanted to tell you so badly, because honestly, if you develop each one of these things, if you truly incorporate these habits and these tips into your life, especially as a girl, they're gonna change your life. I know it can be hard, but we really need to try to be our best versions, because if we don't do it now, then we will settle down in life and we won't be the person that we want to be. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying in this video, for liking this video, for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much, girls. And I would really love if you drop some thoughts in the comments, if you share with me tips that you're implementing or habits that you're implementing in your life. I would love to hear from you and to also try to implement tips and habits that you girls are using in your life. So drop those thoughts, those habits, those tips in the comments. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel to support me. It'll mean the world to me. So thank you so much, girls, for being here, and see you in the next video.